Hello everyone, it's DreadBC with another daily quest. I took a couple of days off because, well, work was stressful and just did not honestly feel like recording in my free time. But I'm off, so I'm going to record again. This one is cast 20 red or white spells. We are going to forego the red and play Jim Davis's White Weenie. That is the name of the deck. I'm not kidding. Why is it called White Weenie? Well, because it runs 8 blue lands. I only have 7. I'm not going to use the rare on this one right now. And it runs 2 Deputy of Detention main board. It has a couple other things sideboard that are pretty good. I actually was thinking about taking out Squire's Devotion in this version just to put in the 3rd Deputy, but I'm actually fine with it as the Squire's Devotion because this still really does help trigger your Snubhorns. It gets you flying on your aspirants, and it makes your Snubhorns much more powerful because it's 3 mana for 2 permanents. So it's only 1 permanent more than the Deputy, and it has a little bit less utility. Although, if you do manage to get it on the Adanto Vanguard, it's kind of like the Dream, because it's an indestructible creature that gains the life back when you attack. But we're going to run it as is. It has been performing decently. Mono White was out of favor for me for a good while, and then it sort of started to show its power once again. I don't know if the metagame just shifted or something, but it started to really do well. I still think that this deck is better for a best of 3 format, but I really just don't have the patience right now to play best of 3, and which seems strange because I have been lacking the patience to play best of 1. So it's kind of like an unwinnable situation for me at the moment, but I am going to play it as is, and I am not going to keep this, even if, oh my god, it's so good if I draw a land. 1 land, and this becomes great. You know what? Nope. We're not cowards. Now let's go ahead and get... Nah. Well, there's nothing I really care that much to protect. We need a land. Of course, there's an argument for playing one of these 2 first because it prevents you getting priority, so you can use this all the time. Okay. Well, he's going to probably get rid of Adanto Vanguard if he is smart. Yep. Okay. And land. Oh, every time. Never had a question in my mind. I knew from the instant we started this that that was the best hand we could possibly have wanted to keep. Now he's got to kill one of our creatures to keep us from flipping Legion's Landing. He probably can. Okay, Freebooter is less than good. He's going to take Loxodon. That's a lot of our power. We need to draw removal. That is not removal, but I will still use it. If I actually just go ahead and power up this turn, I think that's going to be better. If he wants to try and play hand disruption, well, guess what? You're officially done disrupting my hand, old friend. I need 2 more permanents to activate the Snubhorns, and then I have got a buttload of power on the board. And unless he wipes the board this turn, which is impossible on 3 mana, I'm also flipping Legion's Landing. Alright, if you want to take out the Bodyguard, I will not sacrifice him to protect anything. He's definitely trying to kill something. Like, that's gotta be in the cards, right? Well, that is going to be really good. I wish I could have done this pre-combat to get in for the extra damage, but I couldn't, so... Alright, sealing away the Loxodon. Yep, it resolves. Blocking 1 damage. Taking enough to make a difference, because this... Shink! is going to make the snubs powerful. If anything survives. If everything survives, I just can't lose a creature this turn. Ah, God. What you targeting? Okay. Okay, that's fine. We just won't draw one. Or we'll draw a removal, like a Conclave Tribunal would be fine. Oh, that'll work too. Do I want to just do that pre-combat, or do I just want to swing in? He's single target removing everything, which tells me he doesn't have a Kaya's Wrath in hand. I actually think I'm fine just playing it out, because he seems to be playing some discard anyway. He's at 12, we're not killing him this turn. Power up. Now these Snubhorns with one more permanent, if he doesn't kill anything, are going to be enormous. And he sees the writing on the walls. Yeah. This is going to be a quick video. That was a third of what we needed already. It tends to kind of do that, but that's kind of the reason that I chose to go ahead and record today. Steenix. Playing Teferi. See, this one has much more reasonable lands, but it's less exciting. I still think we keep it. I don't see a problem with it. We go first. Let's see what they do. He's got a Teferi avatar, but you can't judge that. I was going to see if maybe shocking on turn 1 would be fine, but I think I'm not going to bother with it. We may not need to. If we don't draw a 2-drop or another 1-drop next turn, we'll just play Hallowed Fountain tapped Bodyguard, protecting Aspirant. Oh, but we did, though. And they're mono red? Ugh. Kill the Aspirant in response. Yeah, that was going to happen regardless of what we did. Should have played this Aspirant first. Alright, I don't believe that everything is going to survive this turn, but I actually am completely incorrect. So we are going to play the Marshal next turn. If they kill it, they kill it. We got to start getting in for as much damage as possible before the Drakes come out. Never mind that. History of Benalia, because they have a harder time dealing with that than a 3/3. This gives us an opening to draw something else next turn and hold the Marshal. He apparently lava coiled himself there. Alright. So this is starting to perform the way it did in the past, which is nice. It's kind of refreshing to see this deck back to what it once was. I've only used the Deputy of Detention a couple of times, but it seems like it's good when it actually lands. Oh gosh, I don't know if I can keep this. This has 0 1-drops and 3/3. 4/5. Yeah, that's not a good hand. I'll keep this because of the scry. I think I'm actually just going to keep the land because we've got double history. You know what? No, we're not going to do. We're going to keep that because that's a really good draw regardless. Okay, blue and Terramander. So, mono blue. Fuck your shit. Oh, this deck is obnoxious. Of course he's got the Curious Obsession. Why wouldn't he have the Curious Obsession? Now he holds up the land and has probably Spell Pierce. Well, there's our land. We're not going to let him know we have blue yet. We're going to attack for 2. Because this comes in untapped regardless. So I'm happier to run a History of Benalia into a negate next turn, or wizards. Like, is this a wizard? No, it's a drake. Okay, well, he could just hardcast wizards for all that matters. Never mind. Now he has to have spell pierce, which he undoubtedly will have. That's why he was able. That's why he did that, guaranteed. So, if he's showing spell pierce, I'm actually just going to show the Vanguard now. There's no one-drop counter target creature spell that I know of, so we're going to get in, attack for 2. Go ahead and keep the game nice and even while we can. Then I'm just going to play the Vanguard. He might have an opt or something. No opt. 1 card in the grave. Wait, is that right? I thought he casted... Oh, no, that was his... What? Oh, no, that was his turn, too. Okay, curious. Chart, of course, was on the previous game. Alright. Taking 2. He's drawing 2 cards a turn. This is very not good for us, but we now have 5 power on the board. And he's got to start answering it. Tempest Djinn. Alright, he certainly has the protection spell. So, I'm guessing it's probably Dive Down. So I think what I want to do in this case is go ahead and just throw a Marshal down. And then just attack with the Vanguard. Really? Get the hell out of here. Really? Oh, unsummon. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we got a Dive Down out. Or not unsummon, obviously. I don't know why I said unsummon, but that could actually have cost us, because he's going to attack for 6 this turn. He can... that's game, isn't it? Yeah. Because he can just adapt. I'm not going to let him... I'm not going to continue, because that was actually a misplay on my part. I completely forgot about the fact that Dive Down could save his guy. I really hate losing to that deck, because I think it's not my most hated deck. I would clearly say that goes to mono red, but I think the win condition in that deck is the most obnoxious. Chibo Green. This is a decent hand. I prefer 1-drops to Adanto Vanguard than multiples, but I'm also not going to complain, because playing an Adanto Vanguard on 3 is just as punishing as it is on 2. And then we can always go, you know, if we draw a land, we could always do the 2 Adantos, Benalish, and then power up. We'll keep it. Snubs isn't the most terrifying turn 1. Oh god, here we go. Whew, that makes it even better. Well, Snubs is also the best thing against a turn 1 mountain, because they cannot shock it. If they want to spend turn 2 lightning striking it, I'm fine with it. If they want to spend turn 2 casting an instigator, I'm fine with that. Okay, so this is good, because if we draw a land, I actually think our next turn would be better off going Vanguard Hunted Witness because of survivability of targeted removal spells. Although against red, I'm more likely to trade 1-for-1 with the Vanguard than I am to pay 4 life, but when I see Goblin Instigator on turn 2, I'm much less worried usually. That tells me it's the quote-unquote budget list. If there is a damn budget list of mono red, it's like 88% commons. I think the only rares they run are, what, Risk Factor? Is Chain Whirler a rare? I think, yeah, that one would count too, but... Steamkin. Is that a rare? I don't know enough about the red cards. I hate them. Well, he's definitely got the shock. I'm just going to take no blocks. If he wants to run things like First Strike in that deck, then I'll know how to block accordingly from now on. But I'd rather take 2 than trade the creatures right now. Chain Whirler? War Chief. Okay. That can be an issue. Well, that helps, but not enough, I don't think. Let's go ahead and get out the most blockers we can for the cheapest amount. This'll... Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attack with this guy. If he wants, he won't trade the War Chief for this guy. All right. But I will happily trade my 2/2 for his War Chief. If I draw a land next turn, I'm going to play Hunted Witness, Benalish. Yeah, you're going to kill Snubs. I can't stop it. So yeah, if I draw a land next turn, I'm going to go Hunted Witness, Benalish, Loxodon. Never mind. Now he's going to start playing his burn. Alright. Now we're going to play out as many creatures as we can. Make a 2/2. I think Witness, Bodyguard, 4/2. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a... This is an iffy play. But... he's going to have a harder time taking out the 4/4. Which means I will have that blocker. He has to either spend both of his cards, and then I take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He either has to spend both of the cards that he's got to kill the Loxodon to get in for damage, or I will just trade it for his 4/2, having powered up everything. He drew a land, or he had a land. So, does he have a good attack? Or he has to have a, I guess, a lava coil, but it gets really out of hand for him next turn when I drop Benalish Marshal, especially if he uses a burn spell on one of the lesser creatures now, which it looks like he really wants to do. I don't much like the Goblin deck right now. If you're going to play red, play the bullshit mono red. But I'm happy with him playing. Good lord, that dude is ugly. Ugh. Fucking face for radio, people. Of course, his Instigator ain't a whole lot better. Create a number 1/1 red goblin equal to 2 plus the number of cards named Goblin Gathering in your graveyard. So he makes 2. Okay. We're definitely leaving back blockers. Or he's leaving back blockers. I think he knows that there's going to be some repercussions to his attack here. Alright, we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if we do this. Pass to blockers. I'm not taking 7. No. I will trade this 4/4 right up for you there. Boop. My turn. Legion's Landing. That is very good, but not right now. I think now the best thing that we could have is Marshal to put these dudes into much better blocker range. We're definitely going to be attacking with Mr. Vigilance here. Now the question is, do we go ahead and attack with the Bodyguard as well? Leaves back 3 blockers. He can't power everything up enough to really punish us for that. No, it leaves back 4 blockers because he has Vigilance, I forget. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Okay. Take 6. In turn, I still have a 4/4 blocker. That could have attacked with the Vanguard because he couldn't die, but I would end up having to pay 4 life if he wanted to not die. He could have double blocked him and that would have cost me a lot. Experimental Frenzy. Well, opponent is now hell-bent. So what I'm thinking I might do, I might play Legion's Landing in Adanto Vanguard and then find 3 best creatures to attack with. Really need to get a Squire's Devotion right now. That would be my absolute favorite draw. Now I have a different plan. I'm going to play double Legion's Landing because they block 1 and negate a second for each one that attacks. So I can block 2, negating 1, block 1, negate 1, and take 2 next turn that I can see if he doesn't kill them. I think if I just attack out here, he has to block with enough that it's going to make a difference. So we're going to go ahead and start with legions. Get ready to flip it. That leaves back him as a blocker. I don't want to. I'm going to attack with everything but the Marshal. Flip the landing. Still have 3 visible blockers depending on how he blocks, but he has to block a lot. Do you want to triple block it? Because I'm super fine with that dude actually dying. Because I don't think you've got the 4 damage. No, I mean, I'm just going to let the Vanguard is great, but he's going to die here in this case. Because I'm at 7, and that's just way too much of a... Yeah, that's fine. Next to damage. Yep. Boop, boop, boop. Alright. Now, we have flipped that so we can play both of these. We'll play Legion's Landing number Deuce. Adanto Vanguard to replace. In the turn, and I don't believe he's got a recourse here. We have life gain coming. Oh, he's going to shock face, because experimental frenzy. Alright, draw step. Probably a land. Strike face. And he kills us. Oh, thank goodness. Pass to blockers. Block with the lifelink, block with the lifelink. Gain 4 life. And he's gonna lose. Good game, opponent. Yep. That experimental frenzy card. Someone did like 21... Or it was like 18 or 21 damage to me in one turn. Just playing burn off the top. When I had the game 100% in hand the next turn. 22 minutes. We'll play one more game. I knew this was going to be a short video because of how this deck plays. I mean, this is a good hand. We do have to shock ourselves for it to be great, so we'll keep it. Just, you know, Hallowed Fountain... Pay 2 life, Legion's Landing, go. I could open with the Bodyguard, but I don't really see a reason to open with the Oh, of course they're red. Well, we'll go Bodyguard, Snubhorn, pass, and probably lose. If we attack next turn with all... If all 3 of them... If we untap with everything... We attack next turn, just fine. If he attacks right now, I'm not blocking and losing something to a shock. Okay. Whew, best case scenario right there. Okay. Now he won't attack. Alright. Ooh, goodness gracious, it got even better. Did not think that it would. Go ahead and flip that. You got it, man. I know the Snubhorn is terrifying late game, but it isn't late game yet. And I've got another one of these coming to you. I wish I could tap the History of Benalia to help convoke Conclave Tribunal. Pass to attacks. Very happy trading here. Pass to blocks. We'll block. It's actually only a trade if he decides to shock my guy post-combat. Otherwise, it's just a free one. Chain Whirler? No, he can't Chain Whirler. Okay, light up the stage. That's fine. That's why he did that. He wanted to get in for extra damage. Oh, okay. Mountain and now Fireblade Artist. Okay. He'll probably sack the Viashino next turn if he plays the Artist this turn. Or he's just going to strike face. Okay, I would have probably taken out the dude on the board, but that's... because I'm bad at mono red, because I don't play that nonsense. So, crackback is definitely inevitable here. Go in. There is. That's definitely happening. Now we have the question of, do we just play Witness History? Witness History. I like that. Yeah, that's the best use of our mana right now. Because I will block with the Witness. Because it will end up giving me the 1/1 that our Adanto was going to give us anyway. And I could actually use my Tribunal now, but I'm going to assume he's not playing any discard in that deck, because I do want to go ahead and hit something like a Judith or this fool. Okay, he's going to play that guy. I think he probably should have played him last turn, but... Alright, if you attack with both, I will be thrilled. Alright, strike face. Pass to attackers. Turn them sideways. I dare you. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yep. Make the dude. Get him big. And the game is over. I will say that I like that dude's name, Black Plumbum. If any of you ever look at the periodic table of the elements and look up the element, or the symbol that is lead, you will see that it is PB. That is the Latin plumbum, which is where we get lead, as in, you know, like plumber, lead pipes. And today you learned that. Even if you knew that, I just reminded you of that. So, you're welcome. 26 minutes is just fine for this deck. I don't think we need to go any further. Goodness gracious, that's so tempting. No, I've had a good day so far. We're going to call it right here, and I will hopefully be recording more. I'm still sort of irritated by the format. I think there need to be a couple of things that change, but I'll try and do my daily quests. I'll probably just be playing higher tier decks, and if I can't do my daily quest for that tier, or with a high tier deck, I'm just not going to play, because playing decks that I put together for fun and then running them into well-oiled mono red is just not fun anymore. It's, you know, the 5% chance of winning is not worth the stress of losing 8 games in a row. So, calling this video here. I hope you enjoyed. Deck list will be in the description, and I will see you maybe tomorrow.